So welcome to Meditation Mount. All of you are familiar with this sacred place. I know I recognize many faces. We've all been called here for many years. So this is an intimate planetary gathering with people around the world joining us. And the focus is this weekend on the spirit of peace. Yesterday we had the peace concert. And today we have a celebration of the spirit of peace, going in more depth. And I'd like just to say a few things as part of the context. As you see, there is a peace pole here. This new peace pole with the 8 languages is going to replace the 2 that were destroyed in the Thomas fire. As you walk past the auditorium, you probably saw one of the peace poles, which was a plastic one, lying on a rock, absolutely fried, but you could still read, "May peace prevail on earth." So that survived. And then you saw the charred pole. That's been touched by fire twice. In 1999, the fire that encircled and kissed the mount briefly buckled the writing on the plastic plaques on the side of the peace pole. But then the Thomas fire, which was almost 4 years ago, charred it and brought it to a point where we needed to replace it. We will be leaving those 2 peace poles where they are because they still are powerful places, powerful poles. They've been through the fire. And it's only when you've been through the fire do you really come out and stand in your own power. So there's something about leaving the peace poles that have gone through the fire where they are. And I think all of us know what it means to go through the fire. We do that on a daily basis now to get us ready for what's coming. And what's coming is the birth of a new age amidst the dissolution of an old one. And so one of the presences that we need in order to do this work is the spirit of peace. And that's what we'll be working with today. And there'll be several people working with us and helping us create the field. Mandy Kahn is the writer in residence at the Philosophical Research Society in Los Angeles. She's a poet, a peace poet. Fumi Stewart is the executive director of May Peace Prevail on Earth International, been working with the spreading of the peace poles for many, many years, and she will lead us in a flag ceremony, which is part of the dedication of our peace pole. And we have Jim, who will be creating a meditational field for us in a moment. And we have Ray Powers, who will be working with Fumi and myself to call in some other subtle friends. Because this is not just a gathering of humans. We're calling in all the elements: the wind, the sun, the earth, the spirits of the mountains. There's the wind. You called, it said. So yesterday we recounted the story of this Garden of Peace. Some of you were here in 2009, January the 24th, we inaugurated and dedicated the International Garden of Peace. And Robert Mueller, who was at that time, the Assistant Secretary General of the UN, he was a former Assistant Secretary General, we asked him to give a keynote. And a lot of people thought he'd come and give a keynote speech. But he didn't. He reached into his pocket, pulled out his harmonica, and played Beethoven's Ode to Joy. So that really was our first unofficial peace concert. But what it said is that it's with music, and it's with this inner vibration, this inner resonance that we bring through the new. And so yesterday at the peace concert, I shared something that has been with me for many years. It's St. Francis's prayer. And many people believe that the spirit of St. Francis is alive in these hills as well as the hills of Italy. If you remember that first line, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. And we said, well, what does that mean? What does it mean to be an instrument of peace? And we put forward the notion that probably the most beautiful instrument that we have to play is an open and loving heart. And the strings of our heart are finely tuned by every act of caring, kindness, compassion. So we get to tune our own instrument, and then we get to offer it so that we can be played by life. We can be played, just as St. Francis said, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. So today we are going to be calling in the spirit of peace and allowing that spirit to enter us and to move through us and play the strings of our heart so that we may be these instruments of peace and these sources of loving kindness the world needs at this moment. So today it's inviting all of you to participate, to be part of this. Because the spirit of peace represents the peace that passeth all understanding. It's connected with the deep purpose of the planet. It's connected with the will of the Creator. It's said that the center where the will of the one life is known is also called the center of true peace. And if you think about it, when are you at peace? It's when you have a sense of deeper meaning and deeper belonging in your life. So when you step into a sense of being part of a great planetary purpose, that we, each of us, are part of the unfolding of a greater plan and a greater pattern, there is a sense of peace. I don't have to worry about who I am and what I should do. I just bring myself into alignment with this greater love and this greater purpose, and I let it move through me, and it guides my life. So the spirit of peace is a very deep presence that reorients us to the purpose of Gaia and to the love that lives in the heart of Gaia. That's my sense. And so today we're going to work with that reality. Just to give you a sense of the running order, although it's not a program, it's more of a ritual that we put together that all of us will be participating in. We're going to be invoking the spirit of peace. Jim is going to create the field. We are then going to call in some sacred mountains, and then Fumi will lead us in a flag ceremony with all the flags of the world. And this is an opportunity not just to bring peace into each nation, but to call upon the souls of each nation to be present. And we'll say more about that when we get to that point. But the main thing is that this isn't something you've come to watch. We've invited ourselves here today to participate in the anchoring of the spirit of peace, because it needs to have points of touchdown, points of anchoring, points of expression around the world, so that when things fall apart, something new and more beautiful can emerge from our human aspirations, our imagination, and our deep desire. So I invite each of us now just to take a few gentle breaths. Make sure that any physical tension that we may be holding is released. And then just check your emotional or feeling body, and if there are any little waves or choppy waters, allow a spirit of calm just to bring stillness to your emotions. And then allow the wind that is blowing through Meditation Mount now to blow these extraneous thoughts that may be swirling in our minds, so that our minds are free, open, and clear, and ready to receive. And now we focus inside our own heart, the instrument of peace that the soul has at its disposition to be of service. And we connect with each other in this circle, in the International Garden of Peace, and with all our sisters and brothers around the world. We connect heart to heart to heart. Let's both visualize it and sense it. We have woven together a matrix of hearts that is the group chalice of our shared humanity. And now, into this sacred chalice of the common heart, we invoke and invite the spirit of peace to enter and to occupy our heart with the power and the beauty of its presence. Thank you, Jim, and thank you to the angels of sound, the muses that are here to work with us to build a new world. They're all joining me. Everyone wants to be included. Around the planet are many sacred sites, places of power that have been on the inside of the Earth's field for forever. Many of these sacred sites are being reawakened and connected as a matrix to build a new energetic body to give birth to a new world. To represent the linking together of these sacred sites, we've chosen 3 mountains as a triangle to call in. I'll name them before we start the ceremony. Mount Kailash in Tibet. Mount Kailash is called the Mountain of the Bell. And if you think about a bell, it's an inverted Tibetan bowl. It's also a place where it's said that the planetary purpose flows through and is anchored into the heart of the earth. So Kailash represents the alignment to deep peace and purpose. And then we're connecting with Mount Fuji, because the home of the organization that organizes the peace poles around the world is at the base of Mount Fuji. And then to the northeast of where we're sitting, and you can see the resplendent Topa Topa. So we're going to be linking Kailash, Fuji, and Topa Topa, representing the coming together of the sacred sites so that we can work as humans with these other realms that make up the multi-dimensional ecosystem of Gaia. So our ritual is a full spectrum ritual today. So let's call in the spirits of these 3 mountains, and to do that, Fumi is going to join me, and Ray will be sounding for Kailash, because it's the mountain of the bell. We'll be sounding the bell. Mount Fuji, the drum. Topa Topa, Native American flute. So Fumi, if you'd like to, and Ray. And all of us can participate in the calling in of these great spirits and presences, because it's part of the field that we need to weave together to give birth to the new. This is not just a human project. Gaia is calling for all aspects of itself to come to order, to respond to its call. We call in the presence of Mount Kailash to be with us here and to be with people everywhere, bringing its power of planetary purpose.
And the sacred deities and masters and guides that work through Mount Fuji portal, the sacred Mount Fuji portal, come and join Mount Kailash and Topa Topa to reveal their divine essence and bless us today. I'd like to say the prayer in Japanese, where may peace prevail on earth was founded at the foot of Mount Fuji. And after, I'd like to invite my 2 friends to offer the divine spark mudra around the peace pole. so we can bless this peaceful together. 世界人類が平和でありますように、日本が平和でありますように、私たちの天命が全うされますように。守護霊様ありがとうございます。守護神様ありがとうございます。And now the divine spark mudra for the divine resurrection of humanity around the peace pole.
So we welcome the presence of Mount Kailash, Mount Fuji, and now we invite the third sacred site, representing all sacred sites around the world, to be present as we call upon, within our range of sight, the mighty Topa Topa. Be present in the fullness of your peace and power here and now. just take a moment to feel the presence of all the sacred sites around the world, knowing that we, as we become instruments of peace, also become sacred sites on the planet. And that peace poles are like acupuncture needles, allowing the spirit of peace to pierce the meridians of earth and to allow the chi of peace to circulate freely. Let's bring our attention back to the peace pole here. This is the new peace pole for Meditation Mount in 8 languages. And we're going to dedicate it by doing this flag ceremony together, where we will have the flag of every nation of the world. And the Fumi will lead us in an affirmation of peace for every nation. And Karina will play the Tibetan bowl chime every time the nation is called, to invoke the soul of that nation. This is very much in keeping with the work of Meditation Mount. The person behind Meditation Mount and all centers of creative meditation around the world was Dr. Roberto Assagioli, the psychologist, the founder of psychosynthesis. He had a vision of the synthesis of nations, the coming together of all nations, the weaving together of the souls of all nations and the peoples of all nations to create a greater wholeness. And that was the foundation and is the foundation of psychosynthesis. You move from one state of wholeness to a greater state of wholeness. And that's what we're here to do, to create on this planet a greater state of wholeness. And we're going to do it together with the help of the spirit of the peace that lives in each one, and the spirit of peace, which is the avatar overlighting our planet at this time. So I will invite Fumi and her colleagues to lead us, and this is where we get to participate in the flag ceremony.
Thank you, Michael. I'm a little overwhelmed now, surrounded in this deep, sacred spirit of peace with you all. And I'm so honored to be here with all of you to dedicate this peaceful at Meditation Mount. I know this place is sacred to so many souls and people, not only in Ojai, but around the world. And we're connected from this point of spiritual inlet to all those people and places around the world, especially this weekend as the world celebrates the International Day of Peace coming up on September 21st. Can you imagine over 200,000 of these peace poles planted around the planet, standing right now, resonating with us in this spirit of peace as acupunctures of the earth? Such a powerful image and such a powerful movement of so many people that have planted peace poles in the same spirit that we are planting peace poles here today. That pure, divine, innocent spirit of peace that we all have in that divine spark that lives in our souls. So today, to dedicate this peace pole, I welcome all of you to co-create this ceremony. This is a co-creative, direct experience ceremony where each of you will be carrying a flag of a nation, a soul of every nation. 195 souls of the nations will be carried by each and every one of you. I want to you to take those flags and put it to your heart, carry them. There's no coincidence that you will be carrying a certain flag of a certain country. Somewhere along the line, you may have been born in that country, you may have friends there, you may have ancestors there. It is all a divine orchestration. And Michael, said so beautifully, the synthesis of nations, the synthesis of the soul of each nation. So as we call each nation is really the living cells of Gaia, the living Gaia, the cells of Gaia. Each country is as equally as important as the rest. You will meet many countries today that you have never heard before. And we are going to activate the cell, the soul of peace living in all these obscure countries that you've never heard of. You're going to meet with them today. You're going to meet the soul of those nations, not only the citizen and humanity that lives there, but also plants, animals, and all of creation that lives in these different countries and regions of the world. When we do this ceremony at the foot of Mount Fuji, the Mount Fuji Sanctuary, and today the Deva of Topa Topa and Kailash is so, I just feel them so strongly present with us, blessing us, and they have their looking at this spot on this beautiful planet as we invoke the spirit of peace. So at Mount Fuji, we have a grand ceremony, big flags, and it's so much a ritual. And I want you to really be part of that calling in of the souls in this majestic ritual of where we call in the deities, the protective deities of every country that protects the divine awakening of the souls of each country, and they come and stand behind each of the flags that we have surrounded, that fly around Mount Fuji Sanctuary. We call in the deities, they come and stand, and they receive our prayers. May peace be in that country. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in Afghanistan. May peace prevail on earth. And they take and carry the vibration of our prayers to the country and use it in the most sacred way, in a way that is most needed at that time. So it's a co-creative ceremony between us, the divine world, and many of the devas who are present here today. And I just feel, again, overwhelmed and a little shaky because I feel so this whole valley is filled with your ancestors, the deities of the indigenous people of this land. Just like it's just very touching to me, and I hope I'm going to be able to make it through the ceremony without wanting to just be in sacred, prayer. But this is very, our voice, the words we speak, so powerful. Our words become accumulated and influence the destiny of our planet. So just imagine sending and invoking peace in the souls of every nation in this magical and beautiful, just sacred place at Meditation Mount, and have that carry over across distance to every country on earth. And we're going to be, as Michael reminded us, that divine instrument of peace. This is really serving as that divine instrument, that sacred vessel to be in collaboration with, this beautiful, magnificent ceremony that we will all be engaged in. So I see some smiling faces, and that's, yeah, thank you. It makes my heart smile too. So how is this going to be performed? I have my two dear friends, my helpers, very skilled. They've been doing ceremonies for many years, Takemi and Janice Kim. So the focal point will be the peace pole. And we will all, you're welcome. If you want to sit and be in meditation, that's fine. but I will invite all the rest to form a line, and you will be picking up a flag of a country. Janice will be handing out the flag cards, and we need to move the table here so it's easier for all of you to pick up. You will pick up a flag. You will read, you know, I invite you to read the name of the country you will be holding, and you will be blessing, and you will be connecting with. Then, let's bring the table here, and then you will pick up the flag, and you will step forward, and I will call out the name of the country. The first country is in Europe, Albania. So, and by the way, this is the flag of planet Earth. I like moving this flag. So let's say planet, I'll call out the name, planet Earth. Let's say it's the name of a country. Well, it is planet Earth. And then raise your flag card like this so that, you know, you're connecting with the divine, earth and sky, it is peaceful. And we will all say together, so this is when all our voices come together. May peace be in planet Earth. So the word is may peace be in. May peace be in. May peace be in that country. May peace be in that country. So if it's, let's say it's Japan, okay, I'll call out the name by the microphone, Japan, and everyone will say, may peace be in Japan. And then, Karina will sound the bell, and this is the moment where you invoke the soul of that country. So I invoke the soul of Japan for the accomplishment of the divine resurrection of the soul of Japan, whatever comes to you. So just for a moment, and then you hand the card over to Takemi, and she will put it around the peace pole. So every country, the flags will be forming a mandala, the beautiful tapestry of our planet Earth, and it's going to look beautiful with all the nations being represented around the peace pole. So in a nutshell, that's the ceremony. It's very organic. Don't feel nervous. We're all, you know, actors on the stage, so to speak, co-creating this beautiful drama for the spirit of peace. It's beautiful, beautiful co-created ceremony. So if everyone can form a circle like this, ending up here, for the flag, and we'll go around behind the tree. Be careful. The top people will be careful with the branches, and then it goes relatively quickly. We go to 7 regions from Europe all the way ending in North and Central America. So here's my new friend Michelle from Awaken Radio. She's been serving for so long to radiate some really beautiful peace messages out to the world. So she's our first flag bearer. So Amane, yeah, so come here and then pick up your flag, and then just step up when I call the name of the country. Step up and make sure that people see the flag. It's just like beautiful. The flags are just gorgeous, representing the spirit and culture and all the soul. And then hand it to Takemi, and then when you're finished, go join the end of the circle. With 195 flags, you may be going around 4 times. I would imagine 4 or 5 times. So connect with the soul of that country, and when we hear the lovely bell, just take a moment to connect with the soul of that country. So let us first just join our hearts together in this beautiful sacred portal meditation mound, the presence of the devas of Mount Fuji, Mount Kailash, and Topa Topa together with us, as well as all of our ancestors, and especially the indigenous people of this land. Let's open the World Peace Flag Ceremony by saying 3 times together, may peace prevail on earth. Together. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. And we will travel first to Europe. The first country in Europe is Albania. Together, may peace be in Albania. Andorra. May peace be in Andorra. Austria.
May peace be
in Austria. Belarus.
May peace be in
Belarus.
Belgium.
May peace be in Belgium.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
May peace be in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bulgaria.
May peace be in Bulgaria.
Croatia.
May peace be in Croatia.
The Czech Republic.
May peace be in the Czech Republic.
Denmark.
May peace be in Denmark.
Estonia.
May peace be in Estonia.
Finland.
May peace be in Finland.
France.
May peace be in France.
Germany.
May peace be in Germany.
Greece.
May peace be in Greece.
Hungary.
May peace be in
Hungary. Iceland.
May peace be in Iceland.
Ireland.
Peace prevail in Ireland.
Italy.
May peace prevail in Italy.
Kosovo.
May peace prevail in Kosovo.
Latvia.
May peace prevail in Latvia.
Liechtenstein.
May peace prevail in Liechtenstein.
Lithuania.
May peace prevail in Lithuania.
Luxembourg.
May peace prevail in Luxembourg.
Malta.
May peace prevail in Malta.
Moldova.
May peace prevail in Moldova.
Monaco.
May peace prevail in Monaco.
Montenegro.
May peace prevail in Montenegro.
North Macedonia.
May peace be in North Macedonia.
The Netherlands.
May peace be in the Netherlands.
Norway.
May peace be in Norway.
Poland.
May peace be in Poland.
Portugal.
May peace be in Portugal.
Romania.
May peace be in Romania.
Russia.
May peace be in Russia.
San Marino.
May peace be in San Marino.
Serbia.
May peace be in Serbia.
Slovakia.
May peace be in Slovakia.
Slovenia.
May peace be in Slovenia.
Spain.
May peace be in Spain.
Sweden.
May peace be in Sweden.
Switzerland.
May peace be in Switzerland.
Ukraine.
May peace be in Ukraine.
The United Kingdom.
May peace be in the United Kingdom.
The Vatican.
May peace be in the Vatican.
Let's take a moment now to send our collective prayers to all the 45 nations of Europe that we have invoked peace. And let us reflect once again on all these beautiful nations coming together, revealing their divine destiny to serve humanity. And let's say 3 times together, may peace be in Europe, may peace prevail on earth. Together.
May peace be in Europe. May peace prevail on earth.
May peace be in Europe,
May peace prevail on earth.
may
Peace be in Europe. May peace prevail on earth.
And now we travel to the Middle East. First country is Bahrain.
May peace be in Bahrain.
Cyprus.
May peace be in Cyprus.
Iran.
May peace be in Iran.
Iraq.
May peace be in Iraq.
Israel.
May peace be in Israel.
Jordan.
May peace be in Jordan.
Kuwait.
May peace be in Kuwait.
Lebanon.
May peace be in Lebanon.
Oman.
May peace be in Oman.
Palestine.
May peace be in Palestine.
Qatar.
May peace be in Qatar.
Saudi Arabia.
May peace be in Saudi Arabia.
Syria.
May peace be in Syria.
Turkey.
May peace be in Turkey.
The United Arab Emirates.
May peace be in United Arab Emirates.
Yemen.
May peace be in Yemen.
Let's take a moment now to say 3 times together, may peace be in the Middle East, may peace prevail on earth.
May peace be in the Middle East. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in the Middle East. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in the Middle East. May peace prevail on earth.
And now on to Asia. Afghanistan.
May peace prevail in Afghanistan.
Armenia.
May peace prevail in Armenia.
Azerbaijan.
May peace be in Azerbaijan.
Bangladesh.
May peace be in Bangladesh.
Bhutan.
May peace be in Bhutan.
Brunei Darussalam.
May peace be in Brunei Darussalam.
Cambodia.
May peace be in Cambodia.
China.
May peace be in China.
Georgia.
May peace be in Georgia.
India.
May peace be in India.
Indonesia.
May peace be in Indonesia.
Japan.
May peace be in Japan.
Kazakhstan.
May peace be in Kazakhstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
May peace be in Kyrgyzstan.
Mongolia.
May peace be in Mongolia.
Nepal.
May peace be in Nepal.
North Korea.
May peace be in North Korea.
Laos.
May peace be in Laos.
Malaysia.
May peace be in Malaysia.
Maldives.
May peace be in Maldives.
Myanmar.
May peace be in Myanmar.
Pakistan.
May peace be in Pakistan.
The Philippines.
May peace be in the Philippines.
Singapore.
May peace be in Singapore.
South Korea.
May peace be in South Korea.
Sri Lanka.
May peace be in Sri Lanka.
Taiwan.
May peace be in Taiwan.
Tajikistan.
May peace be in Tajikistan.
Thailand.
May peace be in Thailand.
Tibet.
May peace be in Tibet.
Timor-Leste.
May peace be in Timor-Leste.
Turkmenistan.
May peace be in Turkmenistan.
Uzbekistan.
May peace be in Uzbekistan.
Vietnam.
May
Peace be in Vietnam.
And let's take a moment to collectively invoke the souls of all the countries in Asia by saying 3 times, may peace be in Asia, may peace prevail on earth.
May peace be in Asia. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in Asia. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in Asia. May peace prevail on earth.
And now we travel to the ocean states of Oceania, Australia,
May peace prevail in Australia.
Fiji.
May peace be in Fiji.
Kiribati.
May peace be in Kiribati.
The Marshall Islands.
May peace be in the Marshall Islands.
Micronesia.
May peace be in Micronesia.
Nauru.
May peace be in Nauru.
New Zealand.
May peace be in New Zealand.
Palau.
May peace be in Palau.
Papua New Guinea.
May peace be in Papua New Guinea.
Samoa.
May peace be in Samoa.
The Solomon Islands.
May peace be in Solomon Islands.
Tonga.
May peace be in Tonga.
Tuvalu.
May peace be in Tuvalu.
Vanuatu.
May peace be in Vanuatu.
Now let's take a moment to invoke peace in the souls of all the countries in Asia, in Oceania, by saying 3 times together, may peace be in Oceania, may peace prevail on earth. May
Peace be in Oceania. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in Oceania. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in Oceania. May peace prevail on earth.
And now we go to the very large continent of Africa, 54 nations, starting with Algeria.
May peace be in Algeria.
Angola.
May peace be in Angola.
Botswana, Benin.
May peace be in Benin.
Botswana.
May peace be in Botswana.
Burkina Faso.
May peace be in Burkina Faso.
Burundi.
May peace be in Burundi.
Cameroon.
May peace be in Cameroon.
Cape Verde.
May peace be in Cape Verde.
The Central African Republic.
May peace be in the Central African Republic.
Chad.
May peace be in Chad.
The Comoros.
May peace be in the Comoros.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo.
May peace be in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
The Republic of the Congo.
May peace be in the Republic of the Congo.
Côte d'Ivoire.
May peace be in Cote d'Ivoire.
Djibouti.
May peace be in Djibouti.
Egypt.
May peace be in Egypt.
Eritrea.
May peace be in Eritrea.
Ethiopia.
May peace be in Ethiopia.
Equatorial Guinea.
May peace be in Equatorial Guinea.
Gabon.
May peace be in Gabon.
The Gambia.
May peace be in the Gambia.
Ghana.
May peace be in Ghana.
Guinea.
May peace be in Guinea.
Guinea-Bissau,
May peace be in Guinea-Bissau.
Kenya,
May peace be in Kenya.
Lesotho,
May peace be in Lesotho.
Liberia,
May peace be in Liberia.
Libya,
May peace be in Libya.
Madagascar,
May peace be in Madagascar.
Malawi,
May peace be in Malawi.
Mali,
May peace be in Mali.
Mauritania,
May peace be in Mauritania.
Mauritius,
May peace be in Mauritius.
Morocco,
May peace be in Morocco.
Mozambique,
May peace be in Mozambique.
Namibia,
May peace be in Namibia.
Niger,
May peace be in Niger.
Nigeria,
May peace be in Nigeria.
Rwanda,
May peace be in Rwanda.
Sao Tome and Principe,
May peace be in Sao Tome and Principe.
Senegal,
May peace be in Senegal.
Seychelles,
May peace be in Seychelles.
Sierra Leone,
May peace be in Sierra Leone.
Somalia,
May peace be in Somalia.
South Africa,
May peace be in South Africa.
South Sudan,
May peace be in South Sudan.
Sudan,
May peace be in Sudan.
Tanzania,
May peace be in Tanzania.
Togo,
May peace be in Togo.
Tunisia,
May peace be in Tunisia.
Uganda,
May peace be in Uganda.
Zambia,
May peace be in Zambia.
Zimbabwe,
May peace be in Zimbabwe.
and let us bless all these sacred souls that make up the continent of Africa by saying, may peace be in Africa, may peace prevail on earth 3 times together.
May peace be in Africa. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in Africa. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in Africa. May peace prevail on earth.
And now we journey to the continent of South America. Argentina,
May peace be in Argentina.
Bolivia,
May peace be in Bolivia.
Brazil,
May peace be in Brazil.
Chile,
May peace be in Chile.
Colombia,
May peace be in Colombia.
Ecuador,
May peace be in Ecuador.
Guyana,
May peace be in Guyana.
Paraguay,
May peace be in Paraguay.
Peru,
May peace be in Peru.
Suriname,
May peace be in Suriname.
Uruguay,
May peace be in Uruguay.
Venezuela,
May peace be in Venezuela.
And let's take a moment now to say 3 times together, may peace be in South America, may peace prevail on earth.
May peace be in South America. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in South America. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in South America. May peace prevail on earth.
And our journey around the world ends with North and South America. Antigua and Barbuda.
May peace be in Antigua and Barbuda.
The Bahamas.
May peace be in the Bahamas.
Barbados.
May peace be in Barbados.
Belize.
May peace be in Belize.
Canada.
May peace be in Canada.
Costa Rica.
May peace be in Costa Rica.
Cuba.
May peace be in Cuba.
Dominica.
May peace be in Dominica.
The Dominican Republic.
May peace be in the Dominican Republic.
El Salvador.
May peace be in El Salvador.
Grenada.
May peace be in Grenada.
Guatemala.
May peace be in Guatemala.
Haiti.
May peace be in Haiti.
Honduras.
May peace be in Honduras.
Jamaica.
May peace be in Jamaica.
Mexico.
May peace be in Mexico.
Nicaragua.
May peace be in Nicaragua.
Panama.
May peace be in Panama.
St. Kitts and Nevis.
May peace be in St. Kitts and Nevis.
St. Lucia.
May peace be in St. Lucia.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
May peace be in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Trinidad and Tobago.
May peace be in Trinidad and Tobago.
United States of America.
May peace be in the United States of America.
We close our prayers for North and South America 3 times together. May peace
Be in North and South America. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in North and South America. May peace prevail on earth. May peace be in North and South America. May peace prevail on earth.
And now a special prayer for all the indigenous nations. Together, may peace be in all the indigenous nations. Again,
May peace be in all the indigenous nations. May peace be in all the indigenous nations.
in all the other regions of the world. May
Peace be in all the other regions of the world. May peace be in all the other regions of the world. May peace be in all the other regions of the world.
May peace prevail on earth. I think, let us say 3 times together, as loud as you can, so the whole world can hear us. 3 times together, may peace prevail on earth.
May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth.
And let's just get close up to the beautiful tapestry of flags and feel the souls of every nation that we so tenderly rocked in our soul and carried through the ceremony, represented the millions of people living in all these regions of the world. We acted on behalf of all these citizens, world planetary citizens, and plants, animals, and all creation. Let's take a moment just to connect again with the souls of every nation, the synthesis of souls in this beautiful symphony of peace prayers. And if you'd like to say a word, one word to send, a word of affirmation to send to these countries, please feel free to call it out in this sacred symphony.
Regeneration, freedom,
Unity.
goodwill, now, and the peace. And so it is.
And again, let's close this sacred world peace ceremony. Let's lift your hands toward the peace pole and let all your love and light flow into this peace pole that we have blessed together, and that it will stand here at meditation now, and each and every one of us has blessed this peace pole, and a little bit of our divine spark will be left here today. And 3 times together again, may peace prevail on earth.
May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth.
And let's hold that sacred space that we've created, and I'd like to call Michael up for the next beautiful presentation.
As we stand here with the nations of the world in our center, in our hearts, we are also participating in another daily planetary ritual, which is called the Global Silent Minute. And one of the people who helped create this Peace Weekend is Maver, founder of the National Peace Academy and co-founder of Global Silent Minute. She was not able to travel here physically, but we have her recorded words leading us in the Global Silent Minute.
It is an honor and a joy to offer a global silent minute as we gather in the beauty of the Ojai Valley, as we dedicate this peace pole at Meditation Mount as part of the infrastructure of peace poles around the world, an acupuncture network of goodwill, love in action. May peace prevail on earth. As we prepare to enter the silence together, we honor silence, the language of the one heart, the great unifier. The Global Silent Minute was inspired by the Big Ben Silent Minute introduced in the Second World War by Wellesley Tudor Pole as a spiritual weapon to harness the power of silence in selfless service, to be used for the benefit of all, to bring an end to the World War and ultimately to all warring, to bring peace to humankind and all life. The power of silence is greater than we know. We come together today on both sides of the veil to invoke, anchor, and express the spirit of peace as we dedicate this peace pole. And we now focus our collective intention through the power of silence as action in sacred unity. Seeing peace poles activated around the world, radiating the light of the prayer, may peace prevail on earth. Let us prepare to enter the silence together. We take a deep breath and imagine peace and healing activated within our own hearts. And we link our fiery hearts across distance. Now we take another moment and we invite all those on the other side of the veil to cooperate with us. We will now enter the silence together with the sound of the Tibetan singing bowl. At the close of the minute, you will hear the Tibetan singing bowl sound again as we distribute the energies gathered in our group chalice. May the spirit of peace be spread abroad in our hearts, through our groups, and throughout the world. May peace prevail on earth.
So when you're ready, let's carry the energy that we've invoked. And if you can return to your seats or find another seat in the shade or go pick a parasol up if you need it, because we're going to be completing our time together with a peace message from Mandy Kahn. And when Mandy's spoken, we will walk gently up and we will take time together, visit the art exhibition created by Children for Peace. But first, Mandy and a message of peace.
It is an honor to stand here today among lovers of peace. Your love of peace and your commitment to self-peacening peacens the world. It peacens all of humanity. It births new possibilities of experience here on earth. You are seeding, with your love of peace, the possibility of a humanity that honors all beings, that honors the land, that recognizes all bodies of water as holy, one in which all are perfectly free, and by way of that freedom are themselves, and by way of that selfhood glow with peace. A few people experiencing more peace and therefore evolving towards peace carry all of humanity with them in that evolution. Imagine a peacefulness spectrum that extends vertically. All humans fall somewhere on this spectrum. At the top of this spectrum, you have those who carry the energy of unconditional love and unconditional peace very powerfully. The people at the very top of this spectrum are having as light and as loving of an experience as is possible in the human body and in this human collective at this moment. Those at the bottom of the spectrum are having as unloving of an experience as is currently possible in the human body at this moment. Now, this spectrum seems to us to be fixed in place, but the whole spectrum can actually move and does move over time. The whole spectrum can and does evolve upwards. The spectrum itself has a finite length from top to bottom. Imagine this spectrum as a vertical wooden measuring stick. If the top inch of the stick lifts, the bottom lifts too. Now the whole stick is positioned higher, but the distance between the ends of the stick remains the same. As this spectrum evolves upwards, those at the top can hold a little bit more love and a little bit more peace in the human body, and those at the bottom can hold a little less separation from love. All members of our human community are connected through a collective consciousness. Therefore, we evolve both individually and together. As those at the top of this spectrum evolve into more loving versions of themselves, the whole spectrum evolves upwards. Peace functions as a very powerful lightening substance. Imagine a kind of supercharged helium in this process. When peace is added anywhere on this spectrum, meaning into any human life, it's a kind of ultra helium that can lift the whole spectrum. A little bit of peace entering the system affects it profoundly. Every human is a part of this process because the collective or connected nature of our consciousness is physiological. It cannot be reversed or undone. No one can be detached from the collective consciousness. We evolve as one. When peace enters the human community at a rate greater today than it did yesterday, and all other variables remain the same, the spectrum itself moves upwards, and very little additional peace needs to enter this system for it to rise. That's how powerful and world-altering the substance of peace is. All we have to do if we want to experience a more peaceful humanity is put a little more helium, a little more peace into ourselves, and therefore into the spectrum, and it will rise. And then the heaviness at the bottom will become less heavy. The fear will be less fearful, until we have evolved out of fear entirely and stepped fully into love. Elegantly, easily, and together we will have evolved. Your day in, day out self-peacening is powerful beyond description. Every time you flow your love of peace into your consciousness, it enters the collective consciousness, where it begins the important work of loving into wholeness all that has not been loved. In short, your peace begins the world-changing work of honoring, of loving unconditionally, of healing the whole body of humanity. I am here to thank you and to say your peace work is powerful beyond comprehension. You, all who love peace, truly are building a new peace on earth.
Thank you, Mandy. So we're bringing this ritual to a close, but what we're doing is we're opening a new cycle of peace in our lives, not just individually, but collectively. So I used to say to people, go in peace, not in pieces. And that's sort of the message. As the world goes to pieces, we need to go in peace. So once again, let us give thanks for the incredible beauty and sacredness of this land, and join with all those who are with us live streamed around the world to know that we are part of one humanity, one planet, one destiny. So I invite us now just to gently walk up through the Garden of Peace, the International Garden of Peace, carrying with us the whole world in our heart, represented by the flags and the peace pole as that point of synthesis of all nations. May peace prevail on earth. Thank you, everyone. Let us walk gently the path together. Fumi would like a group photo around the flag before we go. Is that possible, please?
That's my Japanese side of me coming out. I have to have a photo opportunity. So, could we gather around here, close to the circle? You want us to go down? Yes, that would be great. In that semicircle here.